Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of entitled people. In today's episode, neighbor tried to enter my home forcefully and I stabbed his hand. My ex-best friend is the most entitled brat. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Neighbor tried to enter my home forcefully and I stabbed his hand. So about 2 months ago, a neighbor tried to forcefully get in my home through the door. Luckily, I have those chain bolts from the inside, so he couldn't open it, but he managed to wedge his arm and leg in. It evolved into a screaming match that woke up the neighbors, as he got more aggressive in pushing the door despite the chains. I waved a pin at him to scare him off, but he grabbed my hand, which resulted in me stabbing his palm. He backed off in pain and retreated to his actual house, which was right beside mine, and his mother started screaming at me for stabbing her son. She went back inside with curses as she tended to her wounded son. But what really bothered me was that the other neighbors started giving me looks and faces. For 2 weeks, I endured their glances, murmurs, stares, and even my own assumptions of what they are saying behind my back that I decided to move out. It was tough doing so because it hasn't even been a year since I bought the house and now I am moving. And since it is small, it is hard to hide anything from the neighbors who go out of their way to snoop from the windows. Regardless, I managed to pack my essential stuff and had my brother get me out of the house, and even as I was hurriedly putting my bags into his truck in the dead of night, it seemed like everyone in the neighborhood woke up and just quietly watched me leave. All the lights of their houses turned on and they opened their windows, just staring. My brother got creeped out as well. We started to move faster. As we were about to finish, the son who got stabbed looked smug as he called out insults about feeling nimo guapa ka nama RPE taika. You think you're so pretty that I'll RPE you? And other shit. His mother just shouted, Pahawa demonio. Leave demon. It's been 3 days since I moved back and I have been struck with nightmares, or I could imagine hearing other people's thoughts silently judging me brutally, and I've been scared to go out of the guest room of my brother's house. I am probably posting this for pity points or whatnot, but I just need to hear or maybe read something that contradicts my own thoughts for once. I am going insane with how fast it's progressing that I'm beginning to doubt the sincerity of my own brother, as he might see me as a burden to him and his family of 3. I'm planning to go back to my parents in the countryside, but I don't have a date yet of when I'll move out. Should have called the police. I live in Florida and would have shot him. Then his mother would be too busy with his funeral to give me any grief. I'm in Texas and would have done the same. And I'm a wife, mom, and grandma. Call the police and make a report. He is not entitled. As previously stated, he is something akin to psychotic. How many others who cannot move are being harassed? You are in a safe place now. Get therapy and report it. Is the assailant mentally challenged in some way? The attack sounds so over the top. In the DC area, we see that kind of behavior from street people. My ex-best friend is the most entitled brat. Hi guys. My flatmate used to be my best friend, bad decision, for 1.5 years. My boyfriend and I basically paid for her food, her laundry, used to cook her food and clean the dishes of ours that she used to use and not wash. Recently, we started telling her to wash the dishes of ours she used and to take her own hair out of the shower drain, because of which the shower drain gets clogged. We have already taken her hair out of the drain 3 times and washed our dishes 100 times. Anyway, back to the story. We used to gift her expensive things for her birthdays and pampered her because we loved her. For example, we bought her Swarovski for her birthday and took her out with us, and if she didn't have money, which she generally doesn't, we'd pay for her. Furthermore, when I was at the emergency room, she left me there because she had a guy she had just met on Bumble over, and she didn't want to keep him waiting because he was hungry. A few days earlier, we found out that she was *ching about us to our friends and saying ridiculous things like my boyfriend and I steal her food, and that we tortured her just because we asked her to put the cheese back into the fridge, which the others didn't believe either, and recorded her *ching about us and told us by playing the audio. We're still living with this entitled girl. One of the stupidest shit she has done was waking us up late at night for condoms, knowing quite well that the condoms were in my boyfriend's room, which we left unlocked, also paid for by us. On that note, I don't know how to deal with this situation as it has hurt my feelings. She tells us she has never done a chore at home, but neither have any of us before we mogged to the uni. Everyone is handling themselves quite well. She is the most entitled person I know. We've done so much for her, and she repaid us with whack talking about us to the person she whack talked about to us. Her argument was that they, my man and I, don't use cheese much, then why does she have to put it back? Mind you, the cheese is ours and paid for by us, and most importantly, it's perishable. We're on a contract, so we can't move out, but how to deal W this person. Thanks. The hospital thing is the worst. I once had to cancel a date because my friend was having an asthma attack. My date completely understood, and it did not hurt my chances at all. What made you like her in the first place, and how come you kept liking her for so long? Don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming you. But to keep friends while treating them like that, there must have been something about her that you liked? Stop giving her gifts, stop letting her use your things, stop cleaning after her. Let her deal with her own mess. If possible, move out. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.